Okay, so I know what you're thinking. What's with the hat and the scarf? Well, it's Purim coming up, and it's the holiday of dress up, and I'm just getting into the Purim spirit. And, you know, Purim's also about being bold and courageous, just as Esther was, Queen Esther was, when she went up to King Ahasuerus and told him that she's a Jew and that he must reverse the plan of genocide implemented by Haman. So Purim is one of my favorite holidays, and it's also a fun holiday, but also deals with very serious issues that we at the ZOA deal with all the time. So now that we get a little more serious, I'd like to talk about the four major characters of the Book of Esther. And they're archetypes, they're models of human behavior that we can see in leaders and people today. First you have, of course, Mordecai. And I want to start with Mordecai because Mordecai is the hero. He's the undisputed hero. He's a man with principles, a clear sense of right and wrong, and he's not afraid of breaking social convention to stand up for his beliefs and to stand up for his people. And one example of the Mordecais of the world are us at the ZOA. We stand up and speak the truth about the nature of Israel's enemies in the Arab world, in Iran, to warn the people, the Jews and non-Jews alike, of the dangers of the Islamists and Jew haters of the world. Then, of course, you have Mordecai's foil, Haman, the evil Haman. He is the Hitler of ancient Persia. And he is proof that, unfortunately, evil does exist in the world, and evil has to be eradicated. And, you know, we don't have to look too far beyond Israel's borders to see the Hamans of the world, and, of course, the real present-day Haman, the current president of Iran, who seeks to destroy Israel and wipe it off the map. And then you have King Ahasuerus. There are a lot of people who fit into the King Ahasuerus category. He is a man who is unprincipled, morally confused, but he could be easily swayed in any direction that he thinks serves his self-interest. In some ways, he's an opportunist. So when he thinks that he can maintain his power over his empire, which is one of his main goals, by hiring Haman as vizier, then he does so. But he's also open to reason, and he's open to hearing other points of view. So he's open when Mordecai and Esther come up to him and tell him that he's essentially ruining his kingdom by allowing Haman's decree of genocide to go unchecked. And a lot of leaders of the world and countries of the world fall into this category. They'll go with the winning team. They'll go with the side of justice when it seems that that's the side that will ensure their power. Then, of course, you have Queen Esther. Queen Esther is the most inspiring character of the Bible. She's like you and me. She is someone who may not go into the story with such a strong sense of principle. She has to hide her Jewish identity to get ahead into the palace. And she's in danger of self-destruction. She's in danger of forgetting who she is and not standing up for who she is. And so we can learn from Esther the most because she was at a point where she had to decide whether or not she was going to stand up for her people. And she realized, despite the decree, the possible threat of capital punishment, that if she went on with life not standing up for the Jewish people, not standing up for what was really right and wrong, that living would really be just a waking death. And we see it all around us, how Jews maybe are afraid to stand up for Israel, to stand up for the truth about the nature of Israel's enemies. It's not popular to talk about the essential immorality of a peace process that has Israel give land away to its murderers. It's unpopular to maybe wear a Jewish star, but that's what we got to do to fight the anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism in the world, to stand up and say what you believe. And if more Esthers exist in this world and more Esthers prop up, who knows, maybe we could really defeat the Hamans of the world. So, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Purim. Go, have fun, get dressed up, get drunk. It is a mitzvah to get drunk, but responsibly, of course. And become Esther.